Well, today I want to talk about my AlphaESS AP1000 1000 watt 1036 watt hour power station. If you've seen any of my recent camping videos, you've seen this. I've talked about it. I've talked about my cooking setup and how I use an electric skillet. I don't use butane or propane anymore, and this runs my skillet. It'll run pretty much anything you want. So let me just show you the box here real quick. So this tells you all about the capacity. It has an MPP charging capability, DC input port, output. It's got 3 110s, 2 wireless chargers on the top for your phone. It's lithium ion, has about 1,000 life cycles. It's got USB, it's USB-C and everything else, the DC port, and the weight is about 25 pounds. It's really not bad. And then this is everything that comes on it. It has 12 different spots for you to charge a device from. And then this tells you what is inside the box. Alright, so there's the unit itself. You can see the various ports. Turn the info on and it gives you input, output, and how much is left. The one thing I like about this is that PB100W, that is to use with this, a C to C, and you can actually charge with it. So if you use the brick that comes with it, just your standard brick, and the C, it'll charge faster. Now the other night I charged this thing from about 30% to 100%, and it took about six and a half hours. And also with it, you get your typical 12 volt for charging. Now there's the 2 wireless chargers on top. On the side you have vents, because it does have a fan, and the fan is not very loud at all. It has a light, or lights, and it's got different intensities, and that's pretty good. On this side you've got another vent, and we're back to this. So you can see there's your input and output. That USB-C on the top also will charge a device. So you've got 2 C's. I'm sorry for the shakiness, but I'm kind of shaky. 2 A's. You have 3 110s. You have your typical 12 volt, and then you have 2 more 12 volt DC, and to get those you just push the button. You see the little green light comes on to tell you that that's what's being powered at that moment. And so that's pretty much it. But what I'd like to do next is I'd like to demonstrate it with my camp setup and show you how it works. I also have a Blackstone E-Series, and it actually runs that too. So I'll show you that real quick. So we'll come back and show you what it does. Alright, as you can see, I have my cord plugged in. I am going to turn on the ports, and I'm going to come over here. You can see it's now powering it. So I'm just going to turn the dial up to 350. Come back over here. We are at 1002 watts output. The little fan came on because if you get anywhere close to 1000 watts, the fan is going to come on. Now I've seen this thing at about 1030 to 1050 when it's heating up, but right now it's just putting out just over 1000 watts. So once my griddle gets up to temperature, it will stop pulling wattage and wait until it needs to bring the temperature back up and pull more wattage. So we'll come back. Okay, it should be getting close to coming up to temperature. I actually have it set for 300, not 350. But you can see that it's pulling around 1000. Of course, it's not going to take it too long since it's already 100 degrees. Okay, so the skillet came up to temperature, and you can see now it's not pulling anything. If I was to put something in it and take the temperature down below 300, it would kick back on. But it took about 2 to 3 minutes to heat up. Now I want to show you what the Blackstone will do. Alright, now you can see I have the plug-in. That's for the Blackstone. I'm going to turn on the ports. And you can see it only drew it down to 98. I've cooked a full breakfast and it's gone down to 80 something. So now I'm going to turn on, and I'll push this up to whatever. So that's on. And then this is what gets me. It's pulling 1050 on this 1000-watt inverter. Now, I know it's supposed to have a 2000-watt spike, but this will run for a few minutes to get that griddle up to temperature. It's pretty unbelievable. Now, when I bought this thing, I bought it in November, the week before Thanksgiving. The regular price is $3.99. I actually got it with a $100 coupon, so I got this thing for $2.99, which is why I bought it. Alright, so my phone overheated and shut off. So as I was saying, I bought this the week before Thanksgiving, the Black Friday, and it was $3.99, which it is right now still, but it had a $100 coupon, so I got this for $2.99, which is absolutely ridiculous. So as far as I'm concerned, $3.99 is ridiculous, because other 1000 watts are going for twice as much or 3 times. Now, the one thing that you have to look at is I saw plenty of 1000 watt generators. That's what they were called, but they had 600 or 700 watt hours. This has 1036. So you want as many watt hours as you can get to go along with the wattage of your inverter. Now, It's almost up to temp. It's been a few minutes. I don't know if you can hear the fan, but it's still been maintaining about 1049, 1050 watts output, and we're about 1 bar from, or 2 bars from being up to temp. So this thing will run it like crazy. Now we're at 86% because it's been pulling 1050. But as soon as that thing gets up to temp, it will shut off and stop drawing power. And I have cooked a full breakfast on the Blackstone with this thing, and I just love this thing. It's this will actually charge my phone with a case on it, and I'm using my phone right now, so I can't show you that. But I want to see this thing shut off, or the griddle come up to temp, and I want to see this thing go to 0, and we'll see what the percentage is when it's done. Probably going to be around 80. Told you it was hot out here, but he has to be out here because he thinks I'm cooking something. Looks like he's dying, but he's not. Okay, the griddle came up to temp, and now it shut off, and it's at 83%. And I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on this thing. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Okay, so I have this isn't the USB-C that came with it. This is just one for one of my phones, and just these little dinky charger. But you can see it is charging a whole 5 watts coming in, so you can use that. It's pretty cool. And then I can put the brick in and it'll go, you know, that much faster. It's supposed to have, I think, 180 watts input, and you can use it for solar, which is my next purchase. But overall, this is a good unit. I have a little Jackery 240 that I use on my refrigerator, and it's okay. I got that for like $169 on a unbelievable sale on Amazon a couple of years ago. But this thing for $3.99 is pretty good. So I definitely recommend it. I've used it plenty of times. It hasn't failed me. It's done what I've needed it to do. And I haven't used it yet, but I'll guarantee you it will even run my smoker, because my smoker will run off at 12 volts. I have a little Davy Crockett from Green Mountain Grills, so I can take this thing out and I can griddle, I can smoke, I can do anything I want with it. So hope that helps with any decisions that anybody's looking at, if they're looking at getting one, if they think it's any good, is it too cheap. And my phone's about to die again. Alright, so I'm going to shoot the outro on my little Osmo because my phone won't come back on. But there it is. It's the AlphaESS AP1000. I think it's, for the price, for sure, it's a great deal. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer them best I can. But yeah, you're gonna see this. Anybody that watches any of my camping videos is gonna see this with my my little chuck box, because I love this thing. Probably jerked back and forth too much for you, too fast for you, but it's hot out here. So thanks for watching.